Hello, everyone. Welcome to Padawan Unlimited. I am your host, Gil. Today, joined by two soon-to-be world travelers, cross-country backpackers, Rob and Corey. How you guys doing?
Hello there.
Hey.
I don't know about
flying
cross
out to
country backpack.
Vegas.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm flying, so
I don't know. You have a backpack? If you do, maybe you don't. I don't
I
know.
will have a backpack.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
Definitely.
go.
Gotta put the SWU cards in the backpack, man.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like this is gonna be my
Like, there's
turn
no
with backpack.
clothes. There's just cards.
Oh my God.
Who needs shorts or t-shirts?
That's so true. Like, literally, my backpack that I'm bringing is going to be nothing but, like, SWU stuff. So, like, recording equipment, cards, a trade binder, like... Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone who out there is listening for the first time, we are going to the Galactic World Championships for Star Wars Unlimited, a trading card game. This is a Padawan Unlimited, the trading card game podcast, or one of many podcasts, I suppose, but in my opinion, the best one. And so this is a week-long event starting on Friday.
Definitive podcast.
Yeah, this is starting on Friday, ending on Sunday. It's a 3-day event with a variety of side events, actual events like panels. There's our artist alley of sorts. I think there's probably they're probably gonna reveal Secrets of Power stuff too.
I would think so.
You know that's gonna happen.
There is a secret panel that's happening, so that's
Is it?
definitely...
Secrets of Power panel?
Oh my God. Yeah, so who knows? Like, we'll see. There's a variety of collectible items that could be achieved, not just cards, but also pins and bases and all types of stuff, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Some logistics before we begin. I think we're still in the middle of shipping some stuff out to everyone out there. I actually just sent out a package today to one of our listeners in the United Kingdom. Hopefully it gets to him safely. There's a lot of cards. I had a lot of bulk and also like rares and stuff that they were missing from the collection, and one of the joys of our Discord is that we can coordinate to do that. So happy to help support the community in that way. And I hope if you're listening, you do too when you can. I know that these guys do, Corey and Rob, like giving away cards on a regular basis.
Really, you're helping us.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. For me, like I've gotten a lot less like cards, just numerically speaking, because I've been buying more Carbonite less and less like regular boxes, but so I don't have as much trouble with set 4 or 5, but I still have a lot of 1, 2, and 3. So
right. I did ship out everything from the Digibreak except for the one for Ian. I'm not sure how he says his name.
Oh,
but
that's right. I forgot to give it to you. I forgot to get that from you because I gave it. That's who I shipped to today. That's my fault. That's my fault for forgetting.
Okay.
All right.
No, I bought I put everything together. I'm getting it out tomorrow before we leave.
Cool.
But I say tomorrow, but whenever you listen to this, which is probably not, it's gonna be out on the delivery before you listen to this.
We are recording on Tuesday, July 22nd at 10:13 p.m. instead of our usual Wednesday night one. So this is gonna be a little lagged because we do our releases on Thursday morning. But we got to make do because we're all traveling. Like I said, tomorrow. Yeah. So talking about all these happenings, let's go on to our first segment as usual, the collection segment. Corey, you got anything new for us?
I actually do have something new. I got a pack of Carbonite, and I pulled Rob last week had to show off his serialized card that he pulled from a pack, and he might even show off more. Who knows? But
Oh my God.
I was like, I'm gonna use the Rob inspiration, get a pack during my lunch break, and I did pull a serialized Sifo Diaz.
Nice. What number?
Which is 71 of 250.
Oh, okay.
There he is.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I will say, yeah, he's the art I really like. It's very like anime-esque style. And they do a good job with the foiling with these serialized cards. I think they
the serialized
pop a little more.
Yeah, for the kind of swirly force background ones, I like the serial treatment a lot better than I do. I like it a lot better on the serial treatment than I do on just about anything any of the other versions, because the serialized version, it looks really, really nice, but the other two, it's kind of
Yeah. No, the backgrounds are just a little rough, but with the Sifo Dyas specifically, it's just got that plain wavy background, but the foiling
Yep.
does help. So
Yeah, the foiling really well. That was the same thing with the Leia. The
yeah,
foiling really does
exactly.
help
Hmm.
on that. So
But
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm looking forward to the Galactus because, like as you mentioned earlier, there's going to be some artists there, and I believe a couple really popular ones as cards that specifically I'm excited to get signed. So I'm going to be bringing in my prestige versions of those cards to
nice.
the Galactics to get signed, and
Do
yeah, that'll
you
be exciting to
do you
add.
think if you had a serialized cards of one of those artist ones, if you signed it, it would be worth more, or do you think it'd be worth less if you
That's
signed
a
a
good
serialized card?
question. I wonder because the thing is, I wonder if the character, like if it was a live action character like Leia or something, if
Yeah,
you get the Carrie Fisher signature, obviously you
well,
can't
you
now, but
can't, but yeah,
well, I'm just saying theoretically, would that be worth more? Or would that be worth more than just getting the artist nug? I would think that would be more exciting.
I think that would
Um,
be too.
but with the ships, like I have all the ships I'm bringing with me with the Prestige version ships. I think those are kind of cool. I'm gonna get them signed. But I guess if there's no live action version, like Sifo Dyas, is there a live action version of Sifo Dyas?
I
No.
don't think so.
Right? So like maybe getting the artist to sign that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Or even
Yeah,
the
I was.
designers, getting designer signatures is interesting. I do think the live action real people characters getting their signatures is probably the most valuable signature to get.
Yeah. Get Mark
And
Hamill to
then,
do a Luke showcase
well,
signature.
exactly. Oh,
Sick.
jeez.
Yep, that would be pretty cool.
You know.
Um,
But Rob, you had an epic pull today as well.
so yeah, so my single pack carbonite magic
Dude,
still
this
holding
box is
true.
crazy.
Yeah, well, apparently it's the same box, which is nuts.
Yeah.
So I pulled a serialized from it recently, and then went back tonight, and I was expecting people to show up for last ditch kind of jam session, but nobody came, so I was like, feeling kind of lame about that. So I'll just get a consolation booster pack or two. I got two, but the first one that I crack,
We have a
we have the Darth
Darth
Revan, and I'm getting
Revan
Corey
show kit.
reflected, but Darth Revan. Yep. So just
That's
right
awesome.
out the gate, there we go.
That's
It's
the
a
one
good
I
one.
want. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, like I think I was saying off there, but like, I don't know if I'll ever play him, but I want the showcase. It's Revan. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
great
No,
character.
it's interesting because I agree. I don't think he's particularly playable, but I was just kind of looking on the like the what do you call it, a TCG player, just to kind of see like what is he even worth, because I was like, he's not really that playable, so he's probably not going to be even that valuable. No, he's as much as some of the really
It's
playable
character-wise,
showcases.
it's
So
a Legends
yeah,
character. That's a very popular character from a video game,
He's good.
and
no,
It's a good looking card. It's a good looking card.
good looking
yeah, it
card.
is a good looking card too.
Same artist
It's
as Paris. Like if you
Yep.
tell, they
Yeah,
look
I
very
don't.
similar.
I will say, like, I don't really love the high
The perspective.
gloss kind of like,
Oh,
like reflective on that, because it's the same thing that happens with like the Gar Saxon one. Like the Gar Saxon ones, it's very very light, so it gets really really shiny. But it does like when you take it in like when you kind of take it in an indirect angle, it actually does look really really nice. And then
cool.
yeah, I mean, so that was exciting. Got some just random luck on that one.
Yeah.
That's good.
I have paid luck, so I have been tracking the serialized card prices as usual,
Mm,
and it's indicative of where the market's gonna be. Like that, there's a glut of new serialized cards. So generally speaking, serialized cards values are going down. I think the lowest one I've seen so far was a Priestesses of the Force
mm.
serialized card, somewhere like not a meaningful number, and it sold for under $100. It was like 90 something
Oof, under
dollars.
100 bucks.
Yeah, under
Wow.
$100.
Okay.
I mean, it's not really a playable card. It's a very obscure
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
episode like slash arc
yeah,
within.
it's like a single episode. Oh, two
No,
episodes,
it's
because
yeah, it's
it's
a
back.
small arc, yeah, of
Yeah,
characters. And so it was like under $100, over 90, and that's eBay prices. So I guess in the private market that would be even less. So we are
Mm,
seeing a lot of the new serialized cards floating around the $200 range in terms of
mhm.
pricing. The good ones like Luke, $400.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
the new
Vader's
Luke.
still up there,
Yeah.
obviously. Yeah.
So it really comes down to playability and then also the
Popularity.
Character.
popularity of the character.
Yeah.
So that's indicative. Like $400 if you pull one, that pays for your box a little bit more. Actually, almost double actually now. But for me, I think it's actually good for. Oh, sorry. Before I continue, so what I did was I went online and I got a card. I got a number 4 Oppo Rensis for $175. I thought that was
That's pretty
I thought
good.
that was a pretty
Yeah.
good value. Oppo Rensis, I got it right here. It's a 3-cost double command card. It has the embossment foiling is the little circles
Yeah.
in gold. Not
Yeah.
unlike Jump to Lightspeed where the ships were embossed and raised. It's just like now this is like there's like lines of art that kind of emboss
Well,
it.
So on the like the wavy force background ones, the characters are embossed.
Yeah,
on
also
those.
the characters. So there's different types of embossment, which is really cool.
Mhm.
But I think overall, to me, it's actually pretty good. If we're talking about like value for collectors and such, or not value, but I think for collectors, it's generally good because the barrier to entry is lower. Like imagine it like this game is not so far not like Pokemon where people are like scalping everything. Like they're
Or
not.
beating each other up in Costco.
Yeah, that's which is wild to me. So like you can feasibly get like a lot of different serialized cards. I mean, again, everyone has their own means. Like I'm not telling you to go out and buy it, but like if you're getting serialized cards under $100 to maybe 400, like in comparison to other TCGs where it's like thousands or like the minute or hundreds and hundreds, it's pretty good. It feels pretty good to be able to like get a
Also,
serialized card.
Yeah, if you're looking for a specific character, like buying that character outright, like the boxes are $300. You can probably find them for 250-ish, carbonite boxes. But let's say you want to pay $100 more, like total like 350, maybe get a Luke for that. That's a pretty good deal, I would say, because you're gonna pay for a box and not probably not get that card. So
Yeah.
there's it's good value in just buying the card that you want, and if you want a specific number also.
Yeah, the specific numbers. I've been like collecting numbers that I care about, like number 4, anything that's easy, like 1, 2, 3.
Round numbers. They're nice too.
It's pretty
Like 100 or 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
69.
There's always the meme numbers.
There's
There's the meme numbers.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
or
that's
like
like we were talking
66
about.
for me. Like
Well, I was going to say
66
66 Vader is going to be worth a lot because of
order,
the lore associated.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So anything else for collection?
We do have one more.
Yeah, tell me more.
Tell me more. So I guess we can unveil our final promo card.
Yeah, the Padawan Unlimited promo cards, which will be available to anyone who finds us at Galactics. If you so choose to get one, you could also probably, if you meet us at any event, we'll have our own card. Collect them all. There's 3 of them.
Not playable in the game.
Not playable.
Legal.
Yeah, not legal.
They do have the very, very fancy Padawan Unlimited logo on the back, though.
Yes, so it's very clear. But the front is like the same style as the cards. And so last week we revealed Corey's card. Today my card is Gil, I think it's Relentless podcast host. And it's me.
I think it is. Where's it? There we go.
Yeah, it's me with my dog Basil in front of a Jedi temple, looking out into the sunset. And my ability, I'm a 7-cost heroism only 1/1 unit with Sentinel. That's when played, release a podcast episode every Thursday. But this unit cannot be defeated. Just straight up can't be defeated. 7 cost 1/1 unit can't be defeated. I mean, you could capture me, I guess, but you can't be defeated.
You can waylay you. I
You
guess.
can waylay me,
space.
I guess. But it's 7. The significance is, I think I'm pretty sure my first podcast episode was July 11th of last year. So
there's a good meaning there. It's
that's
like
the
that.
part of the meaning. And honestly, if that was a card, it would be pretty broken. Obviously, because like it's a Sentinel, you're locking out the ground. You can't be defeated. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, if you don't have a card to capture or waylay it, it's basically game's over.
Yeah,
Or
game's
you
up.
need
At least
Saboteur.
ground
Yeah.
unit, right? No, Saboteur. That's so funny. But anyway, so
It's great in the Force meta right now.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. So we're each gonna have our own card. Maybe we could
Yeah, come
add
find
them
us.
to. Is that maybe we'll keep that as part of the bounty system for us? Like, if you
Hmm.
find me, I'll give you a card or something. I do have a box of cards to give away. Like, whenever I meet people, like I have that, and maybe I'll give. We have stickers too. So yeah. Anyway, cool reveal. Thank you, Rob, for helping us organize to get those printed out. I'm excited to distribute. I actually want to get my hands on one of them,
Yeah.
as well.
I'm holding the box right here, man. I mean, I'm putting them in my suitcase right after we finish up.
Yeah, I need to put the stickers away in my other pack. So, all right, so there we go for collection. Where let's moving on to meta. Rob, what do you have for us?
Oh, just thinking about the tournaments, man. I mean, like this week, there's been a lot of so Gil, Corey, and I all played in a little kind of prep tournament. It was one a box tournament, but it was really kind of like a local prep tournament. And there's been a lot of, if you've been on the Discord, there's been a lot of discourse about what decks you think you're going to see, what are we going to do in terms of that, and so what I'll say is in terms of meta, and probably what I would want to talk about the most, because at this point, look, we're going to be there in 2 days. If you haven't fully decided your list yet, time to get thinking about that. But like tournament prep stuff. So what do you want to do for your day of, and like and packing and all that kind of stuff. So for me, it's number one, Gil. We're gonna stay up late playing games, jamming those last couple of games the night before, but we should probably get some sleep. So that's always my number one. Make sure you get a good night rest. Go in there, be fresh faced, bushy eyed.
I don't know how you get to go. I don't know how you sleep. Like for me, I'm gonna be like up. I mean, I'm gonna try. Obviously, like I'm gonna try to sleep, but like, good luck, man.
My mind is going to be racing.
I'm gonna be like, I had a dream the other day.
Lines.
I was like in this REM sleep, so I can kind of dream. I was kind of dreaming, and it was in the middle of the morning. I was like, oh, I woke up. I was like, oh, what happened? I was like, oh god, Cad Bane captured
That's
me.
the BDCO.
No, Cad Bane like captured my units. I was like, oh no, I have no removal to like waylay. I can't get my units back. I was so scared. Ah man, this is what Swoo does to you. Or Sabine ECL, the Wrecker like line. Yeah. That's funny.
No, but I mean, to be perfectly honest, like getting a good night's rest before a big tournament, particularly because we're all playing in the day one tournament, and it's going to be a long day. It's going to be it's minimum 6 rounds, because if you get this, but still minimum 6 rounds. So if you get to 6 wins, you get into day 2. So once you get to 6 wins, you can drop, but that's still 6 hours of play. And then you might have to go the full distance if you drop a game here or there. So it goes a full 8 rounds. So that's 8 hours. It's a full day of playing. It's a full work day of playing Swoo. And believe me, you are going to be burnt after that. So getting that little bit of extra rest the night before will be very helpful. Also, bring a water bottle, guys. Drink some water. Stay hydrated. Have some energy snacks to like kind of keep you going, because in between rounds you may not be able to get run out, grab a sandwich or something. You may be kind of stuck at the table, so make sure you got something to keep that blood sugar up. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting there with the low blood sugar brain thoughts. I
think that's good advice for anyone who is trying to play this game and like win something, because like at local store showdown, some stores have like 50 people show up. Some stores have 4. Right. It really depends on your region and what's going on. But, it is really a good idea to, like, if you can, especially if it's like a weekend or something like that, you rest up. I always bring snacks now, like you said, like maybe not like a whole sandwich, but I will have like the water bottle, drink some water after every set. After every match, I will have like chips or like M&Ms or something.
Protein bar or something.
Yeah, something because you don't realize how much the stress is going to affect you. I realize I have this thing called like an aura ring that like tracks my stress. So like I can see in a tournament when I'm like playing a game and when I'm not playing a game, because it spikes up and down. But like, yeah. So Rob, your advice is really good for anyone, regardless if you're going to Galactics or not. Like if you are trying to play at a higher level, it is good. It is best practice to do these types of things for sure.
Yep. So then other things to kind of think about, that particularly if it's your first time in a major competitive event, make sure that your cards are not marked. This is something that's because this is going to be such a huge tournament. And for reference, there are, I think it's 2,048 slots in the day one tournament. So there are 2,000 plus people playing in this day one tournament. But for big tournaments like this, particularly because like you're probably not going to know the person you sit across from. So just trying to be on the up and up with as much of your information as possible. And one of the things that can get you flagged or DQ'd is going to be making sure that your cards are not marked. Not like even having foils can sometimes cause problems. So if you do have foil versions of cards in there, realize that kind of like cupping that happens with them can constitute a marked card. So it prior to you guys getting on a plane, make sure you have non-foil versions of your cards if you're worried about that. And then also just make sure you pack your deck, right? Because like we have to have our decks submitted by Thursday, so pack your deck ahead of time. Pack all the tokens you're going to need ahead of time. Don't be trying to scramble around in the last second trying to slam everything into one thing. And also only have the cards that are in your deck plus your sideboard. No extra cards in your deck pot or anything like that, because those are things that can again get you potentially DQ'd. So just kind of good things to think about. In terms of like getting ready to get to just before you start playing, getting to the actual tournament and prepping for it.
One thing I will say on that is the sleeves you use are also important.
Yes.
Because there are sleeves that are not legal to play with in certain tournaments and can get you a
Like
game
what?
loss.
Like what? Like what's an example?
Transparent sleeves
Yep.
that even if they're like got that blurry, faded look to them, if you can see the card back through it, that's going to get you potential game loss unless you can replace them. Even like sleeves that are colored, that are solid, if you can still see through it slightly, people will call you out on that, which is kind of ridiculous to me. But
Is that's a SWU thing too, or just like
It's
I
card
forget
games
if
in
that's in the tour. I forget if that's
it's
in the
in the
tournament
rules. If it's like you can see the card back, it's the potential where you can mark the cards on the back of them,
Yeah.
and you could
Right.
potentially see what they are. So anything that you can see through the back of the sleeve is illegal. So the official SWU sleeves are usually a good way to go because they're officially licensed by the SWU, FFG and everything. So they can't say anything about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing to kind of watch out for, though, with that is any like custom art cards can potentially be a problem as well, because if they're, particularly if it's like non-licensed Star Wars stuff, they usually aren't going to allow that. And your mats also, you should make sure you have an official mat. I don't think they're going to hit anybody for that. But if you are getting to it could potentially be a problem.
It's more about like I don't think you need an official mat anymore. It's more that like you have one that's suitable for
the content of the mat.
The content
what is being depicted on the mat.
Like if you're not going to show it to a child or your grandmother or something, like
embarrassed to pull it out at a family event, then maybe don't bring it to a tournament either.
Yeah. I think that's more along the lines. I mean, for me, I have my Ahsoka mat from Minneapolis. That's my. Actually, you know what? I don't even know if I'm gonna bring a mat. I think don't you get one?
I'm bringing one, but I'm going to
reality, man.
I'm going to be excited to get the mats that are there. So
yeah, I do want to get a couple of the mats that are there.
I'll bring the tube, but like I feel like I'm just gonna raw dog it when I get there. Just like We'll see what happens. Okay. Worst case scenario, they have no product. Which if they didn't, it's a failure for the organization.
Oh my gosh!
But like, I'm sure they'll have a ton of product, and like, they'll have game mats. I'll just get it there. I want less to pack. I like to pack light. I'll bring the tube with me so I can store it. But I'm so good with it.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna have a tube with one official mat and then my custom Vader art mat. So if there is a problem, I do have something to switch it out to. So those are kind of like getting to the tournament day of day before tournament stuff. And then just the last thing to kind of talk about that I kind of think of when I think of tournament play is being clear in your communication with your opponents. So Gil, as you have mentioned in previous podcasts, make sure you're playing against the right opponent. It is important to just confirm that the player that you're sitting down with, is the player that you're supposed to be playing against, because that can potentially cause game losses there. But then additionally, when you're sitting down to play, be communicative. Obviously, make sure that you have tokens, dice, something to count your base health to show it. Per the tournament regulations, you do need to show that you're counting up. Don't forget. So I know some players will count down, and they're more comfortable that way. But official tournament regulations, you must count up from 0 to the total health of your base. And then make sure you have tokens to mark things. Tell your opponent what you're doing each turn. Because a lot of times, particularly when you're playing with local players and players who know your habits and what you're doing, you may just be like, okay, maul, done. And like they know, because you've played against that player so many times, they all know what it does. But if you are not clear in communicating what you are doing, it could potentially cause problems. And then
I'll just interject
lastly,
real quick.
go ahead.
Because don't assume your opponent's going to do something that you didn't want them to do and start doing that action also. Because I've started things where it's like, oh, I'm like, obviously this is the move he's going to do because it's the worst thing for me. And then they don't do it. And like, oh, wait. And then he's like, oh, actually, that's a better thing. I'll do that instead. And it's like, wait, I just
Don't
gave
give them
away.
hints. Don't give people hints.
Yeah.
So let them complete their action, and then you can, be like, oh, well, here, okay, now I can do my thing. So,
Yeah, and remember that anything that is a mandatory trigger, you do have to resolve. Anything that is an optional trigger, you do not necessarily have to resolve, and also means you do not necessarily have to inform your opponent that they may have missed said optional trigger. Now, in the interest of sportsmanship, a lot of times I will say like, "Hey, did you want to trigger X?" I'm not going to tell them, "Hey, did you want to trigger X to kill this thing that's going to potentially lose me the game?" But I oftentimes will ask the question again. This is the way I kind of look at it is look, guys, we're all in a high pressure environment. It's going to be a long day, particularly by the end of it. We're all going to be tired, and we're all going to forget things. So just be as graceful to your opponents as you would want them to be to you. Sometimes that's going to backfire, but the way I always kind of look at it is I'd rather be the person who's going in with good intentions than the guy who's trying to cheese his way to the top, so to speak.
Do you remember the video? I don't know if you saw this video, but when Ophir or Wu from KTOD won regionals, the regional competition here in the United States, the opponent who he played against was the Cad Bane Turkentown, I think, deck, and people were saying how he cheated, with card shuffling and stuff. In his reaction video to that, because he was getting a lot of flack for his play, was he was like, I was the only person to play all 16 rounds, because and not that it's an excuse, but contextually speaking, I mean, someone who's playing for 2 days straight essentially with no breaks. Because sometimes game goes to time. If you don't have snacks with you, if you don't have water with you, you're not taking breaks, right? You have mental fatigue, and sometimes you will make mistakes. And so, like you said, it's good to articulate what you mean as well as you can, as professionally as you can, as politely as you can, which also goes to just life in general. Not just Star Wars Unlimited. When you're trying to communicate, try to do it in a nice way and clear, concise, thoughtful. It's always nice to communicate in that sense.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, and then just kind of lastly, and this is more of an optional thing. I have a little kind of digital sketch pad that I will, as long as I remember, track both mine and my opponent's health on. It's just a good back check so that if you do have to call a judge, you have a record of how things kind of went down, at least from life totals. And on that note, don't be afraid to call a judge. There are times where you just may misunderstand something, and you may be the one who got it wrong. That's okay. Don't be afraid to call them over if you're just not sure about something. That's what they're there for, and they're there to make sure that everything is on the up and up. And if you do suspect something that's going a little sideways, again, I always assume the best of people, but if they're not, don't let your opponent bully you into thinking that this is perfectly fine. just don't be afraid. I mean, this happened to one of our friends who's a high level competitor. He kind of got bullied out of calling over a judge, and he was correct in what he was doing, and kind of backed down off of it. And I mean, it cost him a game, but you don't want to be in that situation, and if you can avoid it. So, and that's what the judges are there for. So don't be afraid to call them over.
Yeah, I mean, if you need clarification, you need clarification, right? And
Yep.
also, um, yeah, like you said, it's always important to do that. I mean, for me, this is also one of the reasons why it's so important to have like live testing. There's because of the online platforms, which don't get me wrong, is really is good in the sense that like you get to play games that with people you might not normally get the opportunity to play with, but a lot of the math is done for you, right? And a lot of the moves are just automated. And so, for me, for example, with some cards, like a card that has restore, it automatically reduces your health on your base. Like when you're playing on an online platform, hopefully you don't forget it. Like when you're actually playing, and that's where those scratch pads kind of help because it'll help add, or so you could have the record of adding and subtracting the values. It enforces the idea that you need to track these things for
Yep.
accuracy. So I don't know. For me, it's a little bit much, but I totally get it because I totally get why people do it.
Yep. The other thing is that I do a lot is I actually announce both mine and my health total and the my opponent's anticipated health total after like I make an attack or something like that, just to confirm with them. So like I'll say, okay, attacking base for 3, you go to 27. And like so that we both hear it, we both announced it, we make the adjustment on our life totals, and everybody's clear on what's going on, or you go to 3 or whatever it is.
I think for me, in terms of tournament prep, the only thing is this courteous thing. It's not really. I don't think it's really like a hard rule, but like, dude, don't reach over and touch other people's stuff. Ask them first. People still do it to me, even if you're my friend. I don't want you touching my stuff, like my cards. Like, let me do it because you know what? It's just like you're manipulating the field without the other person's like input, and I think that in itself is an issue for me. Like, I don't think it's really against the rules to like touch a card, but like if you're like moving stuff or taking tokens and stuff, which I've people still do to me from time to time, like I know they still do, and these are people who play a lot. Like, it's really like you shouldn't do that. Like, communicate, let the other person touch their stuff, let them move the cards, let them put the damage tokens on. I think that's just a courtesy thing. Also it'll help resolve any tension beforehand, I think.
So spoiler alert: if you want to tilt Gil, touch all of his shit.
Yeah, and then you get a judge called on you, and then I'll get you a game loss somehow. So,
There you go.
Anyway, so anything else for Meta?
So that was kind of like the big stuff I wanted to touch on because like again before big tournament prep there, but the only other thing I would say is know the lines that you want to know. In other words, know the major players out there. So for this tournament, I think a lot of people are expecting Hantu. Hantu Blue specifically, no Sabine, no Sabine ECL, no like your big scary boogeyman. Basically, you're not going to know everyone, but know the big things that you're going to have to see, or that you're going to see at these tournaments, and have a strategy for them. So whatever your deck is, and whatever it does, know what you want to do to get out of it. So if you're worried about like Han2 Blue, you're like, okay, I got to worry about a crate on 8. So if my deck is an aggro deck, it's like, okay, what's my strategy for crate? Kill them before they get to crate. That might be one of your solutions. You're just like, look, I have to just burn. I don't really have long-term solutions, so I know that if I go up against a deck that's going to have bigger stuff at the end of my than I will at the end of my deck, then I need to get them dead before they can drop any of that stuff. So just know kind of what your overall strategy is, and know how you want to play those lines in your
know
deck.
what your deck does and how it
Yeah,
does
know
it.
what your deck does. Yeah.
Like, what's the purpose of my deck?
Yeah, what's my win condition?
Don't get confused with.
I'm not going to be in a control battle with Sabine. I get that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
So
think that's good advice in general. Like, I'm curious though, what you guys think is going to be at the end of Galactics. What's gonna come out
So
on top?
let's make this our third segment. You know, Galactic Championship meta or like deck
Predictions.
predictions.
And
With
if you can't,
winner.
it can't go. I think it's all being streamed. So
Yeah, it's,
like, you
there's
guys,
there's so the
gonna be a
FFG
lot of
has
streams
a
out there.
different stream each day. 1, 2, 3. They have official casters that have been identified, so you're going to see that as well. Yeah, let's talk about what our predictions are. So let's start off with maybe like
Or would you?
let's see top 64. Like what kind of decks are we going to try to see? Let's narrow it down first. Let's the top 64. Is there
All
any
right.
decks that you think are not going to be there? Like, no, there's no way this deck's going to be in the top 64.
In top 64.
Yeah.
I mean, well, there's plenty of decks that are not going to be there. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, fine.
there's so
Fine,
many
like, maybe-
leaders out there.
Like reasonably speaking, like
Mhm.
do you think like Bo-Katan has a chance? Like, do you think you could maybe see like a Bo-Katan at the,
I don't
like,
think
the
of
top 64?
Bo-Katan. No.
Do you think it's gonna be
I
like
feel like
very linear though? Like, so that maybe there might actually only be like a configuration of 16 leaders out of the
I think
5 sets.
we might get. That's a good question. How many different leaders do we get in the top 64? Because I think we get more than
I do think we get more
we
variety.
think. Right? So let's say 64. I'm willing to say we get at least. I mean, I'm thinking we get around 20, maybe.
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like that might be pushing it. In all honesty, I think 16
You
is
can
probably
get some
that sweet
jank in
spot.
there.
No, you
Six-
definitely can get some jank in there. Somebody was joking, like we're totally just gonna see an Akbar deck run through there. But I mean, there is a possibility that you run into something that just kind of counters the meta, nobody's prepared for, and kind of gets there.
So let's
I-
think. So Rob, your prediction is 16 different leaders in the top
Yes.
64.
Not
Okay.
counting like different base configurations.
No,
I
it's
think
just
just
no
leaders.
more than
Yeah,
6.
No more.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Corey? What do you
I
agree with
think
that? Are you higher
we
or
get
lower?
We're 20. I think we're
You're
20.
getting 20?
At least. Yeah.
20. No
That-
more.
20,
no more
not
than
more.
20.
I guess that's the max I'm going with.
You're on a max. I'm gonna go. All right.
I wanted to go half, but like I'm not. I'm no.
I'm gonna say 26.
Okay, you're the highest. That's fair.
26.
26.
I was like
different-
really wanted to go to 32, but I was like, there's no. I can't even
It's
name
just-
32 that I think are competitive enough.
I think
so.
there's gonna be 20. It's pretty. That's probably pretty high for sure. I think it's somewhere actually somewhere around the 20 range, but like I can't say 20. I don't want to be like
Yeah.
The Price is Right. Where like you say 20, I say 21. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna
Gotcha.
say 26. It's probably gonna be in between somewhere 16 to 20 ish range, but I'm gonna say 26. That's my prediction. And the different leaders in the top 64.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go down to the top. Was it 32? Right. That's the next.
32
half,
would be
top
next.
half.
Yeah.
So let me your floor. So this top C4. I'm taking notes. We're gonna see what
Mhm.
happens at the next
Well,
episode.
next week we gotta definitely
right,
take a
so
look and see where we're at.
Top 32. How many different decks are we? How many different leaders are you thinking?
leaders.
Yeah.
Oh man, so like we gotta narrow it down. I think it's not gonna go as low as we think. But
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
say-
go with 14.
14.
I was gonna say 12.
I was gonna say 12 as well. But
Ooh.
so 12 for Rob. If you say if you're saying 12,
You can do 13. It's fine. You can
No.
price it right me.
no, I'm not gonna do that because then I'm right between you two. Like unless it's
It's the
exactly
worst
13.
one. It's the
It's
worst.
the worst one. Why would I do that? No, I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna go high again. I think there's. Let's see. I was gonna say 12, but like I'll go 16.
Okay. Yeah.
16. So half of them are gonna be different.
Mhm.
And I think what's gonna happen is it could be like a tail end. It's gonna be like 4 Sabines, 4 Talisons, 4 Cads,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
And then like a Kaz Kazuto.
Yep.
And then like an Akbar, like these really obscure, like what the heck? How did this
Kaz is
make it?
my spicy one. I think is gonna be around for longer than we think. I think there's space for a Kaz deck.
Yeah, is it Nudo or
Like
whatever?
Data Vault. That's an interesting deck. Kaz Data Vault.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that was a thing.
No,
Well, now
I've
you
got-
do.
yeah.
All right. So let's now that we've talked to 32, let's talk about the top 16. I don't think about different decks. Let's talk about like what do we think the top 16 leaders, and then maybe we get into bases is going to be.
Okay. Well,
You
we
mean
definitely get a Hantu, obviously.
Yeah, we're gonna get a Hantu.
That's
Hantu,
easy.
Hantu Blue? Or what?
Hantu Blue Force. Yeah.
Blue is the easy one. I
Blue
do think we
Force.
have a green.
No,
Hantu.
actually, no. They're not really running Force right now. It's just a standard blue.
Oh no, they do force.
Yeah,
I
I've
mean,
seen both.
you're getting still getting Kiari Mundi.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so
Is Hantu Green Force?
I think green force could be there. Yep.
I think so too, because they have that one card that gives a ramp for a 5. It's a 5/4. It gives ramp with the thing.
Eth Koth.
Koth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that card's good.
It is.
Okay.
It's a 5/4 for 4. And they get it out like so quick. They get it out same time Super Laser Tech comes out.
Yeah, it's wild, crazy.
Yeah.
So we got 2 Hantus, blue and green. I'm gonna say Talzin Red Force because
Talzin Red's gonna be there.
people talk about that too much, so to not have one like in the top 16. I'm gonna say Sabini
Vader Yellow.
Vader Yellow. You think Vader Yellow? Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I think Vader Yellow will be there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this
fast.
meta is it's so fast, and there's so much of this meta that is ground based. Like that thing is gonna just eat some people alive because they're not gonna have an answer.
Vader Yellow, Sabini. I'm saying
That
Sabini
bombing
Ciel.
run.
That bombing
It'll
run
be
is pretty critical. So we have
Yeah.
we have 5 so far. We need.
You said Sabine ECL.
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
I'm gonna say I do think
there's gonna be
Cad Bane,
Akira.
Tarkentown.
Yeah,
What you said?
Cad Tarkentown.
Cad
and then Kira.
Kira.
Yeah.
What? Dynavolt?
I think Kira ECL actually.
Is really?
Yeah, because
I don't think
'cause-
ECL. I think because they
because
devolved.
Vader, man. Like ECL and Vader is just.
But then why don't you just wait one more?
Enough healing.
Why don't you just wait more? Okay. So let's talk about this a little bit more. So we got Kira data. We have Kira. Now it's a matter of is it Data Vault or ECL or both? Well, do you think it'll be both?
Data Vault, my opinion.
I think that
I think timelies are enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna split the difference. I think it's Data Vault, but I'm gonna put Rob as saying ECL. So
Prove us wrong.
yeah, man, make us have it.
Mhm.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
How many
5,
is that then?
we have 7. We have Hantu Blue Force, Hantu Green Force, Talzin Red Force, Vader Yellow, Sabine ECL, Cat Tarkentown, Kira Data Vault / ECL. So that's 7. We need 16.
Well, I think there's gonna be some duplicates in there.
You think so?
Couple,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, there's going to be a couple of the same deck for sure.
There's probably gonna be.
I think there's going to be multiple.
flavor.
Yeah, Anakin.
Oh,
but it's like multiple thousands. I would say.
Yoda Red Force.
Oh, Yoda Red.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
is up there for sure. So that's 8. Do we think any more?
You think Anakin? You said Anakin?
I think
I'd say-
Anakin's gonna get it.
Which Anakin though?
The
Blue?
Anakin 3. Yeah. Whatever it is, any means necessary or whatever.
The red Anakin, but yeah,
red
with
Anakin.
young.
No.
I
But I
think
mean
blue-
like,
I think
but I
it's-
mean like what
which
base?
color?
Oh,
Which
it's-
color? Like blue?
I think probably on blue. I feel like there's just so many strong cards in blue right now.
Force?
Specifically, and yes, Force.
Anakin Blue Force. Interesting. Okay. So that's
Do we think a Quinlan gets there?
I'm not sure. I think the thing that Quinlan had going for him is that he was like the Force throw deck prior to this, and I think there's just too many other better.
Ping
Force
is
throw
still
options.
there. Ping
Is still good, which is why I think my spicy take is I think my gut says there might be a Maul 5 in here because that double ping is very strong. I don't know. I mean, like I could see it going either way.
So Quinlan Tarkentown, Maul 5, Blue Force. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not sold on Virgin's Temple, but I think it'll be a Force base of some
I'm
sort.
okay with the Maul 5 Blue Force. I think it's fine. I just haven't played against many great Maul Blue players.
I think Talzin Red beats it too much.
Yeah,
from my experience anyway. But it could make it.
Do we think
Just gotta fade him.
Do we think Kylo the new Kylo ECL is gonna make it. There's been a lot of play, and I think some top players
I do
are
think
playing
it's
it.
got I
Think
think
it's
it's
got
got some
legs?
legs as long as you don't have power failure or bamboozle or something to just destroy
Or
them.
aggrieved parliamentarian.
Nobody is playing aggrieved
I know. I'm just
parliamentarily.
joking.
It's just like it's a cool card when you think like, oh, I can just destroy his whole
His flip
plan.
turn. Yeah.
But like you do it, you have to do it before he flips, obviously. And then you are wasting 3 slots and hopefully pull him a 2 cost 3/2 or whatever it is. I don't
Two
even
two.
2/2. I mean, that's just not a good
It's
not a
for
good
one
thing, in
against
my opinion.
for one deck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
I do think Kylo is a strong deck. I also think Boba still
Yeah. Boba
got
did
better
evolve.
as
Boba
well.
Yeah,
Boba
he
did.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
So okay.
Like he's got some good tools. I've been actually debating on whether or not I'm going to play him because
Oh.
like he did.
You haven't mentioned
I
your
think.
deck yet.
Well, I'm not sure on Gar. I do think Gar is very strong. And he's so fast. Oh my God, is he fast?
Yeah. So do we think?
Um,
Yeah. Before we move on to a Gar conversation, do we think? So no on Kylo, ECL. We don't think he's gonna make it.
That's a tough one. Because there's a lot of good blue green
I think that
villain players.
I think the fact that all three of us were kind of like, means that it's
Okay.
like
it's
I think, but
I just think that Kira's the better deck. Like, yeah, okay, if you get to 7 and you flip him, and then you can put like legal authority and but craving power on him. Okay, cool, but like, it's so expensive on his flip turn, like because you have to pay for all those. You have to pay for all those.
Well, you do it though, and you win. Like that's the thing is when you flip him and you get all that, you win essentially. Because you're removing, you're basically removing. At least you're probably removing 2 cards with Craven Power, Legal Authority. You're removing 2 cards right there if they're units,
yeah.
and then you're hitting base for, who knows, 5 to 10. Like, who knows what?
So
It's nuts.
fair enough. So we have 11. We have 11 decks, and then 2 honorable mentions. I'll say. So we have Hantu Blue Force, Hantu Green Force, Talzin Red Force, Vader Yellow, Sabine ECL, Cat Dark Town, Kira. One of the tier outs. We'll see what happens. Yoda Red Force, Anakin 3 Blue Force, Quinlan Target Town, Maul 5 Blue Force, and then 2 honorable mentions: Boba, Kylo.
The thing is, we're not. It's not going to be that spread out, right? We're going to get multiple.
That's why this is 11 out of the 16. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to count the honorable mentions. So like, let's say there's 11 different decks we think are going to be in the top 16. I think that's pretty good representation across various like sets, right? That would be really good to see. Do we think of the top 16, which one do you think is going to make it to the top 4? I'm going to skip 8 because that's like,
yeah.
Let's go to the top 4. What do we think the top 4 is going to be?
Hantu Blue.
I think people are teching for it. I don't think he gets top 4. I think he gets top 8, but I think he's knocked out in the top 8, and we get different decks in the top.
What beats
4.
it though? What beats him?
What beats him?
Yeah, like you said.
That's the question.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think there's a good answer there, and I think if you have like if it comes to, it's because it's going to come down to skill, right? Like really at the end of the day, I mean that's what you hope, right? It's not bad matchup, good matchup. It's skill, and I think people who are skilled
probably still get one.
Yeah, I think people who are skilled at running Hantu Blue are going to be skilled into unfavorable matchups.
I think,
and that has a way to it has the solutions to dig you out.
I think it's gonna be Hantu Green. Actually, if there's gonna be Hantu, it's gonna be the green.
I was gonna say, I think
in the top 4.
That's my
opinion.
Might make it.
Because and here's what I mean. So like, yes, you don't get all the removals like Shatterpoint or Chirrut or whatever. Like, or Chirrut is a Sentinel, then other removals like Shatterpoint or whatever. But like the difference between green is that like you have that ETH Koth, right? So you get ramp.
And you're ramping.
You get ramp. You get a big body up front. You get Kellerin, who gives you wider boards. You also get Ewing reinforcement if you so decide, which if you so
You
decide,
get
you get a
you
lot
get
more.
Yoda.
You get
Yoda just crushes.
you get
Oh my
Yoda,
gosh.
the new Yoda. Like you get a lot of different other tools that I think will catch more people by surprise because everyone is on the Hantu Blue High, you know. Um,
Mm.
that's my opinion. I think I agree with you. There's gonna be a Hantu somewhere.
Mm.
Now, is it
I
blue?
think,
Or,
yeah, I guess I'm. It's no way that's not. It's just too good.
so
Cheating
maybe
stuff out.
maybe we'll just stick with Hantu and we won't talk about the base and be
Mm.
like, all right, let's just come to because I could see the merits of both sides. You know, I could see the merits of
Yeah,
both sides
I
for
mean,
sure.
Luke
Like,
is still great removal.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, you get
and then
Luke. You
he's
still
just
have
healing you for 3 every time.
yeah, and you have his
yeah,
father.
and you still have like all
Ogdo
the
is ridiculous.
dragons and Ogdo Bogdo is bonkers. Like to
Yeah,
drop him on
dude,
one for
you could have
5/3.
Even
Like
Internet Warrior, whatever.
the new
It's
Plo,
just-
the new
itinerant warrior. Yeah,
the new Plo with the grit. Like he
Mhm.
hits for 8. You drop him
Yeah.
one turn early. If you don't do anything with him, he attacks, generates force, turns on grit. He's hitting your base for 8.
Yeah. No, I mean both those decks are just have great
Yeah,
cards and they're coming out earlier than your cards are.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hantu,
But
baby. Okay.
oh,
So
maybe like a Tarkin Town deck can do something.
do we think? Okay, speaking of Tarkin Town, so we've come to agreement. Maybe Hantu. We don't know what the leader is going to be or what the base is going to be, but it's going to be Hantu. So
Definitely Han. You're right. You're right.
Tarkin
I will
Town.
concede that.
Are you thinking
Arkentown.
which you said Tarkin Town? Or you think it's going to be like
It's probably Cad.
If it's
You
gonna
think
be
Cad?
one, it's probably Cad. I think.
Cad's
Cad
going to
got so
represent?
many tools. Yeah, Cad got a lot of tools
I
this
mean,
set.
yeah, the underworld bounty hunter stuff is good, and McClunky is really strong.
Still, and also people
Mhm.
like gravitate towards aggro at the beginning of new set anyway. So like
Yeah.
everyone's figuring their stuff out. Then Cad
Nope.
and
You
Sabine.
Bazine turn 1, take away their force throw, and then
Yep.
McClunky their turn 1 play. It's like, and then do it again. It's like,
It's pretty redonkulous. Okay, so we have a Cad, Tarkin Town, Han 2. I'm honestly, I think that we're gonna see a Talzin make it.
gonna be
four.
me. No, no, it's not gonna be me.
top four Talzin.
Top 4,000.
Do we think that's gonna happen?
Yeah.
I just feel like everyone keeps
I
talking
think
about
so.
it. There's gonna be
The removal is so good in that.
Yeah,
Like,
it's strong.
and it's kind of not. I'm gonna say easy to pick up and play, but the tournament you talked about earlier in the podcast, I put together a Talzin red deck the day of, and didn't play a single match of it, and then almost won the box with that deck. So it is very strong.
that's wild. So Talzin red, we thinking, not green or yellow.
I think red is. I mean, force
think red's
throw
the-
is just
Yeah.
crazy, and force lightning just kills anything you want, and that comes out late.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 3 of the 4. What do we think is going to take the last slot in the top 4?
Hantu again.
Double
Two
Han,
Han, 2 Han 2s.
I think
We haven't
legitimately,
mentioned
I think there's
Han
probably
1
two.
at all. No, like Han, no,
Well,
love for
I've
Han 1
actually
anymore,
been thinking
huh?
about Han 1, but I think Han 2 is better.
No.
better
Well,
Well,
positioned
in
right
this
now.
meta,
I don't think there's going to
Yeah.
be 2 I don't think there's going to be 2 Han 2s. I don't think
You
it's
don't
that
think so?
I don't think it's that dominant. It's not like Django, which was so dominant that like it just kept
Mhm.
winning. You know what I mean? Like force throw is the card of the set, whatever that but like
it is definitely the card of
of
on
the
everyone's
thing.
minds.
But like the Han 2s are going to get cannibalized for sure,
Mhm.
and I just don't think 2 of them are going to make it to the end. I
You,
think
you don't think we're gonna have like?
Are we gonna get an aggro deck like Vader or
What?
Sabine?
I don't think you're going to get
I don't think you're gonna get Sabine.
I don't think you're going to get those 2 either. I think they're going to block out a top 16 and then you get to the elite players, and unless the draws are bad, like they're going to have the game plan to address those 2 decks. Unless it's a deck that's like was hoping to scoop it, like dodge it the entire time, because that happens, right? But I don't think you're going to get either Sabine ECL or Vader Yellow. Top 8 maybe. Probably top 16. I don't think top 4. But if you say
So-
aggro, what's an aggro deck that could
My only thought here, Gildo, is that again, like all the decks we're talking about are heavily ground based, with the exception of maybe Cad Tarkin Town, but even there, it's still pretty ground based. There's a chance Vader Yellow could sneak in there, just
I think
because
there's
like
a lot of things that can deal with space, though. There's a lot of CAD can deal with space pretty.
CAD can deal with space, but like I could see it specifically against like Han Yellow, or sorry, Han 2 in general. Like he doesn't really have a lot of space solutions, so like you could just get run through by
Force
Vader
throw
Yellow.
and shatter point.
Yeah, but okay. I mean, yes, you gotta have them. You gotta draw them, and I like you're always gonna have the force for a shatter point. I don't disagree, but
Yeah.
you're so wide.
So, I think maybe if we really,
We want 4 different decks.
I can agree.
Leaders.
I can agree that maybe if it's an aggro, Sabine ECL.
Ugh. I think she gets run through by Han too.
I think she does, but I think Sabine has performed in every single major tournament, regardless of what we said.
It'd be poetic if she could win this thing.
She's
never bad.
top 8 at everything. She's the one like a Sabine Data Vault won a regional or Skector qualifier. Like it's consistently up there. I feel like we keep downplay. I feel like we downplay it now that I think about it. Like why? Like until something tells me it doesn't. Like Sabine ECL, even at other tournaments recently, has still like gotten near the top. You know what I mean? So I think to me that's probably gonna be my last of the top 4. But you guys, you guys tie break? I guess.
I like the Sabine there because again, it's one of those decks that's been around forever, and people who know it really well and can play it well. And it's always somebody who's just like comes out and it's like, how is Sabine getting this far? It's like every single tournament they always see a Sabine, like no matter what, it's consistent. So I could definitely see that, and like I said, it would be it'd be like poetic to see Sabine just like never been bad, no matter what new sets, new keywords, new like traits, whatever, just always there.
even in our testing today, like against Talzin, like I was playing. I hadn't played Sabine in a long time. I still took like how many games did we play? Like the handful. I still was up.
I think you took it more than I did for sure.
And I didn't, and I was misplaying. I was like, why'd I resource this? Why'd I do that? Like, it's super forgiving. Okay, last couple minutes. Let's go into who do you think is gonna take it all?
Like leader or player?
Leader. I don't care about players. Oh, I mean, I care about players, but I'm just like.
you won't know. I mean, that's even harder. Like we're talking about. This is.
Yeah.
So if we go with
Palpatine takes it all, finally
finally
Palpatine,
the Galactic Champion, it would be so wild if the Galactic Champion was the Emperor. Like I would just go bonkers. Like so fitting.
Get either Chancellor or whatever. But no.
So we have our bracket of top 4. It's Han 2, Cat Arcantown, Talzin Red, Sabine ECL.
All right. I think it depends on who the matchups are.
Like the seeding.
Mm-hmm. Because I think.
Right. Let's see this.
But I think Talzin wins.
You think Talzin wins? Talzin.
Yep.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna put this Corey. So Talzin Red. Talzin Red wins it all. All right. How about you, Rob? And if it actually.
Split.
You're split.
Say Han too. Just go with
because here's the thing. I think CAD actually has a very good matchup into Han 2. CAD could take it.
It depends on the matchups.
You think CAD?
I think CAD could take it.
CAD, CAD also does pretty well against Sabine. Can hold his own.
Yeah.
So
and then you get CAD unit out.
CAD has the answers against all 3 of the other ones, or not answers, but it has a game against all 3 of the other ones. Whereas some of them, I think if you get Sabine into Talzin,
I think with CAD it definitely comes down to skill, draws obviously, but
yeah. Okay, well then I'm gonna say something different, and I'll just
Sabine
ECL because.
He's switching back. Sabine.
Who am I kidding? Why would I go against the data? Why would I go against history? Like Sabine has dominated forever. Like this, and the Queen takes it all, and then she rotates out into the sunset. in
Yeah,
her
there you go.
masterpiece and just goes away. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, her masterpiece will continue on, but she won't.
Yeah,
from
her
a-
masterpiece will
for
continue
one more
on.
set. Okay, so now that we have predictions, it'll be really funny to see what happens, guys. Thank you for
That
the
was fun.
conversation. Appreciate you all. And until next week, we'll see if we
Until next week.
if all works out.
We'll find.
Until next time, may the force be with you, everybody.